Welcome to our third Python lecture series. In this series, we can see Python data types and various operations on each data type. Standard data types. The data stored in memory can be of many types. For example, a person's age is stored as numeric value. His name is stored as characters, whereas his address is stored as alphanumeric characters. Python supports 6 standard data types and they are numbers, string, list, tuple, set, dictionary. We will see the first 3 types in this lecture and the next 3 in the next lecture. When we are creating a variable and assigning a value, it means that variable is referencing to a particular memory where the value was stored. For example, if we create a variable x and assigns a value 5, it means that the variable name x is referring to a memory location where the value 5 is stored. And this object is considered as integer type object. When a variable name is assigned value, Python means name is referring to a memory location or a string type object where the value Python is stored. Python numbers. Number data types store numeric values. Number objects are created when you assign a numeric value. Consider two variables created here, var1 and var2. var1 is assigned value 1 and var2 is assigned value 10. That means we are creating two number objects here. It is possible to delete the reference to a number object by using del statement, and the syntax is given here. Del variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, variable n. We can delete n number of variables at a time using a particular del statement. And these two are the examples given. Del var deletes a single variable. Del var a and var b deletes two number objects. Python supports 4 different numerical types like integer type, long integer type, floating point real values, and complex numbers. An example for this is given below. Here variable a is assigned value 10, b is assigned value 10.5, c is assigned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a long integer. D is assigned a complex number. When we print these, we get the result as given on the right hand side. And number type conversion. Python converts numbers internally in an expression containing mixed types to a common type for evaluation. Type int of x to convert x to a plain integer. Type long of x to convert x to a long integer. Float of x is used to convert x to a floating point number. Complex of x is used to convert x to a complex number with a real part x and imaginary part 0. Complex x, y is again used to convert x and y to a complex number with real part x and imaginary part y. X and y are numeric expressions here. And mathematical functions supported in Python. I have shown only very few examples here. There are many more. APS of x returns absolute value of x. For example, absolute value of -2 is 2. Max of x1, x2, etc. returns the largest number among x1, x2, etc. Max of 1, 5, 2 is 5. Min function returns the smallest among n numbers. Min of 1, 5, 2 is 1. POW a, b returns a raised to b. P of 2, 3 is a, that is 2 raised to 3. Round of x returns an integer nearest to x. If x is equally close to two integers, even number is returned. Round of 5.5 is 6. Round of 4.5 is 4. Round x comma n returns float value rounded to n digits after the decimal point. Round 5.466,2 is 5.47. It is rounded to 2 decimal digits. These are few mathematical functions supported in Python. There are many. And here also I have shown few mathematical functions and few mathematical constants. Majority of functions are trigonometric functions shown in this slide. And PIE are some constants. Now we can see an example to demonstrate the use of mathematical functions. In order to use any built-in library, we need to import that library to Python program. Import statement helps us for that. Import math will import math library to the program. And in this example, we have used some mathematical functions like POW, SQRT, EXP, log, log2, log10, etc. And we get result based on the mathematical function used. And there's an output of this particular program. Now we can see some random number generation functions in Python. One of the function is choice. This function is used to generate one random number from a container. Container can be any sequence like list, tuple, string, etc. Next function is rand range, which accepts three parameters, be a beginning parameter, an end value, and a step value. This function is used to generate random number but within a range specified in its argument. This function takes three arguments, a beginning number included in generation and the last number which is excluded in generation, and skip to skip numbers in range while selecting. For example, rand range 1, 5, 2 means the big random numbers are generated between 1 and 5 and the 5 is excluded. And the step used is 2. After 1 we choose only 3. Next random number generation function is random. This is used to generate a float random number less than 1 and greater than or equal to 0. Next function is seed. This function maps a particular random number with the seed argument mentioned. Shuffle function is used to shuffle the entire list to randomly arrange them. Uniform A, B. This function is used to generate a floating point random number between the numbers mentioned in its arguments. It takes two arguments, a lower limit and an upper limit. Here also upper limit is not included in generation. So these are few random number generation functions used in Python. Next comes the Python strings. Strings in Python are identified as continuous set of characters represented in quotation marks. Python allows for either pairs of single or double quotes. Subsets of string can be taken using slicing operator. Slicing operators are given here in bracket with indexes starting from 0 in the beginning of the string and working with their way from -1 at the end. Example for string is given here. Here str is a string variable which is assigned value hello welcome to Python, and print str will print the entire string. Print str of 0 will print the first character h. Print str of -1 will print the last character n. Print str 2 to 5 will print characters from second index location to fifth. So the characters in the second index location, third index location and fourth index location are displayed. It will exclude the fifth index location. print str, we are not specifying the first index location here. So it will take all characters from 0 to 5th index location. Here also the last character is excluded, or character in the 5th index location is excluded. Print str of 6 colon, and we are not specifying the last position. So here all the characters from 6th index position will be printed. This is a simple example showing the use of string in Python. There are many string handling functions in Python, and we will see an example using few. Here str is assigned a string value. Print str will display the string. len is a function which is used to return the length of string. So print len of str will return number of characters and display it. And the next function is used to reverse the string and display it. str.lower will return the lowercase of the string. Upper is used to return the string in which all the characters are in uppercase. Swap case returns a copy of string in which the case of all alphabets are swapped. That is, lowercase alphabets are converted to uppercase and vice versa. So print str.swapCase will swap the characters and print, or swap the case of characters and display. str.capitalize or capitalize function returns a copy of string with its first character capitalized. So here we get the output as capitalizing the first character. str.title, the title function returns a copy of string in which first character of all the words in the string are capitalized. So while printing str.title, each and every word's first character is capitalized and displayed. Replace function is used to replace a substring with some other substring. So print str.replace to, the substring to is replaced by TOO. So hello, welcome to Python. And in the case of next replace, we are replacing to with a null string. So hello, welcome. The to substring is eliminated in this example. So replace function is to replace a substring by some other substring. And the third parameter here, in this example we have used 1. Instead we can use any numeric value. It's an optional parameter. If specified, the first occurrences specified in max are replaced. Next comes the third data type, Python list. List is a collection which is ordered and changeable. List in Python allows duplicate members. Lists are the most versatile of Python's compound data type. A list contains items separated by commas and enclosed within square brackets. To some extent, lists are similar to arrays in C. The basic difference between them is that all the items belonging to a list can be of different data types, whereas in C, all the members of an array in C should be of same data type. The values stored in a list can be accessed using a slice operator, as we have seen in case of string, with indexes starting at 0 in the beginning of the list. But to access the last element of list, we can use the index number -1. The plus sign is used to concatenate, or it is a list concatenation operator, whereas asterisk is the repetition operator. We'll see an example to demonstrate how a list is manipulated in Python. Here, We have created a list with values 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are numeric values. And next comes a string. Now comes a complex number, and now comes a floating point. That is what told. The members of list can be of varying data types. List 1 is another list where there also we have used members with distinct data types. Here, print statement, print list will print the entire list, that the first list is printed. Print list of 0 will print the first element of list. Print list of -1 will print the last element of the list, that is 10.5 was printed. Negative indexing means beginning from the end. -1 always refers to last item and -2 refers to second last item. Print list 2:3 is used to display the elements in the list from starting index 2 and ending 3. The last index value will be excluded from display. So here there is only one element, that is 3. Print list plus list 1 will help to concatenate two lists, list and list 1, and will display it. Print list star 2 will display the list twice, that is, it supports repetition. Asterisk is used as repetition operator. This is an example to demonstrate the usage of list in Python. Here also there are many built-in functions, and we will see few built-in functions. Append adds an element to the end of list. Clear removes an element from the list. Copy returns a copy of a list. Count returns number of elements with specified value. Extend adds element to a list or any iterable to the end of current list. Index returns the index of first element with the specified value. Insert adds an element to the specified position. Pop removes the element at specified position. Remove removes the item with specified value. The difference between pop and remove is pop is using location, whereas remove is using value to remove the item. Reverse reverses the order of the list. Sort sorts the elements in a list. We can see an example using few of the methods. Here again we have created a list with multi-type data types. Same example. The first one will print the list. Print list of 0 will print the first element of the list. Print list of -1 will print the last element of list. Print list of 2:3 will print the elements between second index location and third index location, and the element in the third index location is eliminated. Print list comma list 1 will concatenate two lists and display it. Print list star 2 will display a list repeating twice. And next comes the function list2 equal to list.copy. Here the contents of the list is copied to list2. List1 dot append AAA will append a new set of characters AAA to the list. So once we display list and list2, we can see the changes. While printing list, we can see the character AAA is displayed. And second one is an example where list2 is displayed. List2 is actually the copy of list. List.count returns number of count of 1, counts the number of ones in the list, and here in this list there is only 1 has occurred only once, so the count is returned as 1. List.remove of 1 will remove the content 1 from the list. So again, while printing list, we can see that the value 1 is removed. The program continues. Print list.index of apple will display the index location of content apple. Already we have removed the first item, so the index location of apple in the list is 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. List 3, we are declaring a new list. List.extend of list 3 will insert new list 3 to the end of original list. So print list will display the list where the contents of list 3 are added to its end. List.reverse will reverse the contents in the original list, and now while printing list we can see that the contents are displayed in the reverse order. List.insert 3, substring inserts a new substring at the third index location. So, and that is printed. List3.sort will displays the list in sorted order. And again, while printing, we will get the new result. Sorted order, that is reverse equal to true, means we are sorting the list in descending order. So the highest value will be displayed first, then the next lowest value and the lowest value in the list. List.pop will pops the last item of the list. So we can see that the item 2 is removed while displaying. List.pop of -2 pops the second last item from the list. So this was the list. This was a previous list and the second last item is 4, which is popped while displaying it further. Again, we are declaring two new lists, list 4 and list 5, and we are assigning list 6 to list 5. That is, we are just copying the contents of list 5 to list 6. Now, we can just do two comparisons using the is operator. While mentioning is operator, I have told that its application comes very relevant while using list and all. Print list 4 is list 5. We can see that the result is false. That means although the contents of list 4 and list 5 are same, they are pointing to two different locations. That's why it returns result as false. Now we are checking list 5 is list 6. Since list 5 is assigned to list 6, they point to the same memory locations and return the result true. Now, another important operation regarding list and string is, here we have defined a string. This is an apple. Now, we are asking the system to split by using the delimiter comma. So, we can see the result here. The result is a list where the contents of str is splitted. Where it is splitted, whenever a comma comes, the contents in str is splitted and each content is added as an element to the list. Similarly, we are using str equal to input enter some fruits. We are asking to input some fruits and we are asking to split. Though also what the result we will get? We will get the result. We can enter some string and the output will be displayed as a list. That is, split function will returns the output as a list. It will split the contents of a string and will return a list. In this session, we have covered 3 data types and some of the operations related to that. Those were number, string and list. We will see further examples in coming lectures. Thank you.